the MIDI keyboard here that sends MIDI notes to Final Cut, and when I play, here comes tones, and when the tones come, you see that. Okay, first I'm gonna do a lightning tour of musical theory. Notice the keyboard. It has black keys and white keys. The black keys are in groups of 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, and so on. And if you start at one of these groups of 2 and just move one step to the left, this note is called a C note. And the notes are named in alphabetical order, and it starts at A. So as you can imagine, C, well, where is A? Count backwards in the alphabet. C, B, A. A starts from here. It goes from A to G, and then it repeats with A again, if you only play the white note. Okay, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and then it starts over again with A again. So notice this A and this A. They sound similar, but still different. And if you're mathematically inclined, it's actually the case that the frequency of this tone and the frequency of this tone are related. This tone has exactly the double frequency of this tone. And then the tones in the middle between those two, it's a logarithmical scale. If you only play one note, that's fine. And if you play only in this scale, it's called the A minor scale. If you centrate the tones around the A, it's called the A minor scale. And if you start at C, only play the white notes, it's same notes, the white notes, but then it's called the C major scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And it's same notes, but the difference in feeling, the minor notes, it's a little bit more sentimental. And the major notes are a little bit more happy. And then you can add the chords. Then you add more than one note. The first note, you can add the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The fifth note. No matter what chord you play, this chord is an A. And fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's called a C. Okay, A, C. And you can add the third note. Then you add just in the middle, between the first and fifth note, just the middle note here. It's called an A minor. And here, it's called a C major. And then you might wonder, hey, why is this called a major and this called a minor? The great mystery. Then just calculate difference between the first note and the middle note. You will see that this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And the difference here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. So this is... The minor has 1/2 note less for the middle note. The major has 1/2 note more for the middle note. There are tons of other chords, but this is the basic ones. So just play the white notes, first and the fifth, and the one that seems to be in the middle of those, the center one. And you will be playing chords. And you can play a chord progression. All notes from A to G, you can play a chord. Maybe if you start with here, and then there, and there, in a pattern, up 4, down 1, up 4, down 1, up 4, down 1, up 4. Okay, then it will be... And that E minor, here, this is E. This E minor doesn't really seem to fit, yeah, because in this case you might be inclined to put in a variation. And this is the most famous variation in both E minor and C major. Is instead of E minor, you actually raise the middle note to one step. And if you followed me, you now know that this is not an E minor, but an E major chord. Because it's 1/2 step increased the middle note. Alright, that's all for the chords. Now I'm going to show Final Cut Pro Uber tricks. Let's start with some randomize stuff. You can do a lot of stuff here. I just put some factory default of sloppy playing. I don't remember the name of a menuet or something like that. And if I activate, now, listen, it sounds like a movie when something strange is happening. It's going to randomize up or down. Listen, if I only play one note. Okay, without. Now I activate it. it randomizes. Little up, little down, and if I play the whole song, wow, something really strange and mystical is really happening here. Maybe someone is on the way to the asylum. So that's one effect. And another cool effect, instead of the randomizer, maybe the arpeggiator. If you don't know, I turn it off. An arpeggio is when you take the notes in a chord and just play it like this, and do it in several octaves, like, or maybe like this. Yeah, that's an arpeggio, but this does it automatically. I just press the notes and it does it. You can play chord progression. That doesn't sound so good. So let's, instead of playing the E minor chord, let's raise the middle tone here to a major. Let's see how it sounds. That sounds better. Okay. That's good. And if that wasn't amazing, okay, let's do something else. Here, instead of piano, I actually choose an arpeggiator. I can use any one. Here's piano and strings, and it has some presets. I don't really know what it does, but just try to A minor chord, see what happens. That sounds okay. I know it's a little too slow. Increase the tempo. 130. Okay. I'm only playing the chords. It sounds like a big orchestra playing. Well, you can play whatever. Well, let's take this old Motley Crue song. And I'm just gonna play the chords with the left hand. And so on. You can do a lot of amazing things. Synth basics. And maybe the gnarly trance pluck. I don't know what it is. Okay, let's play the first chord progression, see how it sounds. Nice. And maybe I can move faster. Maybe not press all notes all the time. And so on. And you know, there's a lot of variation here. Yeah. And this is just presets, so you can create your own ones too. This sounds like a nice background in some documentary or maybe a movie or something. Yeah, anyway, so that was just examples of what you can do with these MIDI variations. And I just learned this today, so I'm sure there's a million more things you can do.